In today's day and age, most if not all major racing series are doing everything in their power to slow cars down in the name of safety. And on the other side of the spectrum, you have Pikes Peak, which basically has a slightly different approach to their rule set. See, in the unlimited class, all you have to do is pass the safety inspection and the rest of the car is whatever the hell you can dream up. Which is made even more insane when you consider the fact that, well, most racing series, they happen on whether it be street circuits or mostly dedicated racing circuits. Pikes Peak happens on the side of a mountain where one mistake and you're not in the wall, you're getting yeeted off a mountain. Over the years, we've seen some truly insane machines like this Toyota Tacoma that had a 4-cylinder engine bolted to an absolutely massive turbocharger. Now, if you happen to like your trucks a bit more old school and, well, a bit more diesel-y, you have stuff like Old Smoky here. And then there's stuff like this, which any Gran Turismo veteran will immediately recognize. Hell, they even let a semi-truck race up the mountain. Now, in today's world, if outright pace and finding the absolute fastest way up the mountain is your particular flavor, well, then you have to turn to EVs. See, these purpose-built electric-powered monsters have one massive advantage over the internal combustion vehicles we all know and love, and that is they don't need oxygen to make horsepower. The electric cars, well, they're making exactly the same amount of horsepower they did at the top as they did at the bottom. Turns out this is a massive advantage when trying to go fast up the mountain. So it should come as no surprise that this year Ford brought this to tackle the mountain. And Ford is insisting on calling this thing a Mustang Mach-E, even though it's about as much of a Mach-E as a Mach-E is a Mustang. However, hope is not lost because internal combustion is very well represented in this year's entry list. You have your usual suspects like Porsche, as many Mitsubishi Evos as you'd like. Hell, even Rob Daum's tackling the mountain again in his 3-rotor RX-7. Anyway, if you're a 90s kid like me, arguably the most interesting entrant in this year's Pikes Peak International Hill Climb is, well, from the 90s. It is a 90s NASCAR, a Pontiac that was driven by Kyle Petty and sports the now famous Hot Wheels livery. Say what you will about ultimate pace and EVs having their way up the mountain, yada, 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 yada. Sometimes the best things in life are just a thundering V8 going up a beautiful mountain road.